A tale of gaslighting, gatekeeping, and girl bossing. Buckle up and let's begin. A long time ago, the first king of Auria thought it would be fun picking a fight with a dragon. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. His army got roasted like marshmallows, and the dragon left him groveling. To save his kingdom and what was left of his dignity, he made a deal. Hand over 3 princesses every generation, and she'd stop turning their villages into barbecue joints. Classic, you break it, you buy it vibes, but with daughters instead of plates. Fast forward a few centuries, and we meet Elodie, a mildly awkward maze designer who's just trying to live her best life in her freezing northern kingdom. Enter Queen Isabelle, who slides into her DMs with the worst proposal ever. Marry my son, Prince Henry, and we'll Venmo you enough gold to fix your broke kingdom. Her dad, Lord Bayford, is like, sis, say yes or we're eating snow for dinner. So against her better judgment, Elodie packs her emotional baggage and heads south with her fam, her sassy younger sister Floria, and her stepmom, Lady Bayford, who is absolutely not here for anyone's nonsense. When Elodie arrives, it's obvious this isn't going to be a vibe. Queen Isabelle immediately forgets her name.
I wish all the best for Henry and Eloise. I merely...
Elodie.
Makes it clear that this wedding is a business deal, not a love story. Elodie and Henry? No spark. Zero chemistry. They'd rather talk about the weather than each other. And to make things worse, Isabelle drops the ultimate insult on Lady Bayford.
Your father was a rope maker. Still, one mustn't forget one's station.
Cut to the wedding, where things go from bad to what the actual heck. Elodie and Henry are dragged up a mountain for a sacred ritual, but instead of, saying, I do, Henry shoves her into a giant pit. Yup, straight up tosses her off a cliff like last season's wardrobe. Turns out, Elodie isn't a bride. She's dragon takeout. At the bottom of the pit, Elodie wakes up like, did I just get ghosted and sacrificed? She meets the dragon who's like, hey, you smell royal. Ready to be toast? Thankfully, Elodie is good at improvising and discovers glowing slugs. Yes, glowing slugs. That double as first aid kits and glow sticks. While exploring the dragon's lair, she stumbles on a wall of names, past sacrifices, and realizes she's not the first unlucky girl to get chucked into the abyss. Meanwhile, her dad, riddled with guilt, shows up with a rescue party, only to confess that he basically traded her for gold. Sorry, kiddo, he says, right before the dragon makes him and his crew into charred appetizers. But the chaos lets Elodie escape because she's a certified genius with main character energy. Back at the palace, Queen Isabelle is like, Plan B, kidnap Elodie's sister and try again. Honestly, someone needs to revoke her parenting license. Elodie, now in full not-on-my-watch mode, heads back to the dragon to save Floria. Armed with slugs, receipts, and the audacity of a middle child, she tells the dragon the truth. The Aurian royals have been gaslighting her for centuries. The dragon's like, I'm sorry, what? Cue some fire-breathing drama, a bit of trickery involving reflective rocks, and an epic mic drop moment where Elodie says, You're no better than the king who started this mess. In a shocking twist, Elodie heals the dragon with her glowing slugs. Weird flex, but it works. They form an unlikely alliance, and together they crash another royal wedding, this time to save yet another princess who's about to get sacrificed. Elodie bursts in and advises the princess to flee alongside her family before the dragon burns the palace to the ground. Queen Isabelle? Toast? Prince Henry? Extra crispy. By the end, Elodie and her family sail home with enough gold and supplies to survive winter, and a dragon bestie who can roast anyone that gives them side-eye. Moral of the story: don't trust royals, always carry glowing slugs, and never let anyone throw you off a cliff.